They're out of the centre clearance and used the ball very well. Young's starting to have a huge influence here, Lenzo.
It was only a matter of time, but it's the quick movement that will suit him as well. The quicker they move the ball inside 50, the better off it is because of the space, and the Waruna players can't get back quick enough.
And there's nothing Lane Lucas could have done there. It was lace out, didn't have to break stride.
Rob Young for his fourth goal of the game to the southern end from 35 metres. Oh, he's hit the left hand upright. Minor score.
He was midway through a celebration there, Jack, and just hit the grazed the post. Had to pull up the celebration.
It was like the Titanic; they nearly missed it.
8.5 gone. Third term. 9-point lead to Waruna. Ball back into play.
Good spoil by
Matt Thomas. Ground level. Lakay fighting hard with that heavily damaged, or bandaged rather. Right hamstring could be heavily damaged as well. But coming up with it is Rhett Mason. He hand passes to Chad Wrigley. Wrigley on the left. Sets it up to a 1-on-2 contest. 2 with Belldivers and they'll win the day. Here's Lynn. Hand pass off to Jordan Wise. Into the middle of the grounds.
Space.
Hand pass away. Off to Collard. Collard's kick driving in towards the 50. No mark for Young. At ground level, Copeland fighting hard with Wright.
Oh, that's close
Wright's
to holding the
wrapped
ball.
up in the tackle. Probably not a whole lot of prior opportunity.
That was a super contest. Both players going flat out.
Just drag it in, Jack.
45 out from goal. Ball thrown up. One down by Young. Spills out to Copeland. Now Field. Field shot on goal. Right to the line. Misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. 7-4-46 Belldivers. 8-6-54 Waruna. 10 gone. Third term. 6-M Mandra. IGA scoreboard.
Belldivers said like this last 4 or 5 minutes, getting some nice passages of play, finding space, using their speed and skills.
Good mark from Westwood.
Waruna can't seem to clear it, clear the defence at the moment.
Westwood on the right. Kicks it inside 50. McKinlay. Went up in the fence. Didn't bring the mark down. Crucial error. Luckily, ball hits the deck. Players dive on top. Ball up.
Did all the hard work there. McKinlay got to the right spot, both hands to it, just couldn't hold it to the ground.
Ruckman asked to separate a metre. They do so now. Thrown up. Spander man. Players looking to dive all on top of the football. Right. DeRosa. Now DeRosa on the right foot. Goes over the top of 50. Towards the centre wing on the outer side. No mark. Comes down to Westwood. Westwood drills it inside 50. Rob Young, or no, Kimberley rather. No mark. At ground level. Dawson to Fotheringham. And he just goes bang. And smashes it out towards the outer side. Hits the ground. There's no mark. Now here is Barndon. Gets the hand pass off to Collard. Collard on the left foot towards left half forward. 2-on-1. Belldivers had the numbers. Here's Collard again following up. Was probably taken high. And probably should get a free kick and does. 50 metres out from goal. Hard up against the boundary line at left half forward. It's an 8-point lead. Waruna's advantage. 11.5 gone. Third term. Mandra IGA scoreboard. Kick inside 50. No mark. Young. Hand passes away. Off to Anzolino. And his kick.
That's deliberate.
Wobbles out of bounds. There's a free kick.
Down the ground.
Down the field. Free kick. Yes.
That'll relieve a bit of pressure.
Yes.
They know this is the first time they're going to have it forward to their centre for a number of minutes. Belldivers have had all the momentum. Bit of push and shove between Young and McKinlay. Looks like
Low ball. Lakay there, hobbling around. Here's Collard. Hammers it back inside 50. Could trap it Lane Lucas. Free kick for a hold. And it's going again. This time to Waruna against Rob Young. And Fotheringham will take the free kick. Following him to the outer side. Mark taken by Rhett Mason. It's getting quite dark now. Any danger of...
We need some lights, Jack. It's the grand final, for goodness sake.
No lights though. Free kick for a high. Going the way of Waruna. Against Eddie Dan. Free kick going the way of DeRosa. They lead by 8 points Waruna at the 12.5 minute mark of the third quarter. To the outer side. No mark taken. Now at ground level. Here's Gardner. Hooks it around his body on the right. Clay Smith didn't time his jump too well. Ground level. Here's Wright. His hand pass Now Collard. Well, it's intercepted though by Mason. Hand pass to DeRosa. Off the foot now with Cameron to right half forward. No mark at ground level.
Well done, Clancy.
Paddles it along. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner to the top of the goal square. How does it bounce? Dawson's there fighting hard with Jordan Wives. Wrigley comes in to lend support. And there'll be a ball up inside, just inside the boundary line. And that is 25 metres out from goal.
Doing a great job calling from the other side of the ground, Jack. It's very dark now, hard to pick out the players over that outer side.
Yeah, the binoculars are just the only thing that's helping me at the moment. Have a boundary throw in now. 13 and a half gone, third term. 8-point lead to Waruna. 8-6-54 to 7-4-46. The restart was quick. Now here at ground level. Hand pass up from Jones. Gets
Good
it
hit.
back. And a good hip and shoulder over the boundary line. The ball goes. We'll have a throw in. 60 out from goal at right half forward at the northern end of the ground.
Now, Waruna needs to hold the ball in here to give their backs and mids a little bit of time to regroup here because they've been under the pump.
They have, it's been ominous signs for them. Baldivis have been pressing very, very hard, but they've still got this 6-point lead and the ball in their forward 50.
Now thrown in. No clean possession at the moment. Lynn stripped off it. Dawson there as well for the Demons. Comes out to Mason. His kick is blanketed. Now comes down to ground level. Trying to soccer it forward. No clean possession. Ball up. 30 metres out from goal. Maybe 35 out. Northern end of the ground. 8 points still the lead at the 14.5 minute mark of the third quarter. Ball at ground level. No free kick. Spills to Mason, who snaps on goal and he's got it.
Great kick off one step, Brett Mason. I think that was our man again, number 44, Jack,
Wrigley.
that got the handball out. Another assist to Wrigley. Good stoppage and good result from Arena. They really needed that goal. Baldivis have been pressing hard and they're still close enough, if good enough.
14 points. Waruna 9-6-60 to 7-4-46. 15-minute mark of the third quarter. 6-M Mandra IGA scoreboard.
And there you had it. Rob Young's had a shot for goal, hit the post. Waruna struggle to get outside. They get a free kick over the far side, bring the ball forward, and all of a sudden they lock the ball forward and the ball's in.
Rucks go at it. Kimberley won it down to Shea.
Easy clearance.
Thumping ball from Shea. Inside 50. Oh, Matt Thomas went up once. Couldn't bring the mark down at ground level. Here's Billsborough. Trying to get the hand pass away. Wrapped up in a good tackle by Thomas. That should be holding the ball and is.
Vintage Matt Thomas there.
Waruna didn't have a ruckman in that last contest.
No, it was a very easy clearance from Baldivis.
Thomas to the outer side. Looking for Lewis Wives. No mark was taken. Shea at ground level. Spikes the ball away. Picked up by Eddie Dan. Dan on the left. And he'll kick it inside 50. Eddie Dan, who was looking for Wilson, didn't take the mark. Ball in. 25 out from goal, southern end. Left full forward pockets.
Good spoil by Angelino there not to give away the free kick.
It was a very good kick by Eddie. Just put it up into space.
Waruna by 14 points. 16-minute mark of the third quarter. Ball in.
That's
High
hard.
tackle against LeKay. Going the way. Courtney LeKay throws his arms out as if to say, I was okay, but I think he nearly took his head off.
It was a free kick, but he's a little bit unlucky. He slid as he went for the football
He
there.
did drop his knees.
Yeah, he
Maybe
did.
that was LeKay's argument.
Yeah, LeKay's bewildered.
Oh, the lights are on, Jack.
Are they? Oh, here they
Beauty.
come.
Lenzo's been texting madly. I dare say he's been texting Jeff Hillard, getting those lights turned on.
The kick on goal is across the face.
They didn't even
Doesn't
have
make the
anyone to
distance.
That's poor by Baldivis. They had no one down there to even contest. They're crumbing forward.
Ball over the boundary line, throw in right full forward pocket. 14-point lead. Waruna leading Baldivis. 17-minute mark of the third quarter. 6-M Mandra IGA scoreboard. Jack Crawshaw, Paul Enzerini, Aaron Jeffrey on 6-M footy this afternoon. From the ball in. Socket off the ground by Shea. And the ball goes back out of bounds and we'll have another throw in.
I made sure I looked then that time, make sure the ball went out of bounds.
Oh, good. Good, Lenzo.
Baldivis have set up pretty well behind the footy here.
Got a text message a short time ago that says, I never thought of AJ as a commentator, but he goes all right. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Must be my mum, Jack.
Oh, not sure if it's mum.
Don't know where she got your number from, though.
Here goes Dawson. Dawson, quick kick on the left. Over the head of the nearest target, which was Gemelli. Mark was taken by Cameron. Cameron goes long.
That was poor by Cameron.
And he was looking for Clancy. but the kick was no good. So Baldivis will run through the middle of the ground here. This is Wives, inside 50. No mark taken, ground level. Quick kick away from Wilson. Now here's McKinlay. Hand passes to Thomas.
And that's even poorer.
Thomas's kick is no good. It's been taken by Hayden Lynn. 60 out from goal at left half forward. Short from Lim. He's going to pick it up off the half volley. Here is Wives. He does so. He'll drill it inside 50. Rob Young in front. Couldn't take the mark. At ground level. Running over the top of Zeddy down. Picked up by Wilson. Wilson on the left. Snap to the top of the goal square. No mark hold. Free kick Waroona.
Yeah, that was a good call by the umpire. That was definitely there. But Lenzo mentioned it before. Baldivis banking numbers back across their half forward line, making it very difficult for Waroona to clear the ball.
Short.
They
have to short kicks.
Yeah, they've got to work the ball out here. They just can't keep bombing it long because it's not working.
They need to find a few short targets and just maintain possession. That's a poor kick.
And now they've kicked it out of bounds on the full. Yeah, it was a poor kick. It was Reece Bloxage. He's put it out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a free kick to Baldivis. 60 out from goal at left half forward, kicking to the southern end. 19 minutes gone, third quarter. It's a 14-point lead to Waroona. Kick inside, no mark from Young again. Comes to ground level, picked up by Jordan Wives. Big high ball, that might bring rain. McKinlay camping underneath it. Takes a good mark for the Demons.
It's made a difference with the lights on now.
Can see a bit easy, AJ.
It's good, it's good.
McKinlay. Oh, his kick's been turned over. Brighton Shea marks. Right half forward, 50 out from goal.
And he is a good kick for goal.
I was going to say, Lenzo, he'd be half a chance from here. He'll be kicking from probably about 53, I would imagine. And
to bring the margin back to 8 points as we have hit time on in the third. Brighton Shea gives it a good thump. It starts right and sneaks in. The right hand upright for a major.
He's kicked that in the end from about 51 metres and it's gone through over goalpost height. Put it on the right-hand goalpost. Wing did the rest. It's a outstanding finish. And Lenzo, that's what you talk about, making the most of your opportunities.
Absolutely.
Second multiple goal scorer for Baldivis, Brighton Shea. He's got 2. Daniel Kimberley has 2. And Rob Young's moved to 3. 8 points, 9-6-60 Waroona, 8-4-52 Baldivis, 20.5 goal in third term, 6-M Mandra IGA scoreboard.
Crucial next 5 minutes here because any score is going to be advantageous to both sides.
Back in the middle,
clearance.
One down by Smith to right. He was brought down on a good tackle by Field, holding the ball. Free kick, Baldivis will go forward with the advantage. Rob Young was being held out of it. Umpire said no, comes to ground level, throws the ball on the boot on the left and misses to the left-hand side. Minor score.
Great double effort by McKinlay. Firstly, getting back for the spoil, then recovering and lunging at Young and just putting enough pressure on him to force him to miss that goal.
7 points Waroona. 21-minute mark of the third. Long ball back in from fullback from Thomas. Counting underneath it was Jordan Wives. Couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Field. Field would just dump it long inside 50. No mark. McKinlay brings it down to ground level off the bounce.
Well played.
Gets it to Anzolino. Short from Mason. Finds Ben Wright. Wright was trying to milk it for a 50.
A little bit optimistic there.
Right on the left. Keeps it low. And Lakay still on the ground with that heavily bandaged...
Someone needs to get past Lakay for a handball.
Right hamstring. He decides to kick on this occasion. He was looking for Jamali. Punched over the boundary line by Eccles. We'll have a ball in. Centre wing on the outer side.
Now, the last time Waroona were able to work the ball past their half-back line, they just kept pushing and pushing and forward, and eventually Mason kicked that goal.
I think Waroona really would like another goal here. Well, both teams would, but Waroona need it more. I think need a goal here to finish off this quarter.
Smith wins it down to Wright. Wright's kick was smothered, and it's picked up by Jordan Whites. Kicks to half forward. Oh, not a great bounce for Collard, or Black it was rather. Now they're in a bit of trouble here because Waroona player coughed it up at ground level. They all slide in on top of the football, and the umpire will have to ball it up. We'll have to ball it up. 50 metres out from goal.
Fantastic contest. Baldivis surging and Waroona holding strong.
Thrown up again. Westwood missed it. Comes down to Dan. Dan's coughed up the handball and it wasn't even that. It was a throw. And Reece Bloxage will take the free kick for the Newmans. 7-point lead to Waroona. 22.5-minute mark of the third quarter. 6-M Mandra IGA scoreboard. I scored the play on. Bloxage is wrapped up by Kimberley and is holding the ball.
Didn't think he stepped off the mark there.
I think he was called the play on because he used up his time.
Okay, right. He didn't hear it either way.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't hear it. He had no idea that tackler was coming.
Bloxage isn't happy because obviously he didn't call the of play on. He's come from outside the 10-metre protected area, which is fair enough. Daniel Kimberley, he heard the call of play on. Bloxage wasn't situation aware, and fair enough, holding the ball. Had time to get rid of it. So Rob Young...
Daniel Kimberley.
Daniel Kimberley, rather. Thank you. Lenzo from 45 out. He sprayed it to the right-hand side. So back to 6 points. 9-6-60. Plays 8-6-54. And we've played 23 minutes now in the third quarter. 6MM Mandurah IGA scoreboard.
Looks like we're set up for another cracking last quarter of football.
At full-back, it's McKinlay. 60-metre ball out to right half forward. No mark. Rob Young picks it up. Inside 50. To the back of the pack. Collard couldn't trap it. Wilson there as well. Had it but lost it. Sliding in Angelino. Wilson there as well. Fotheringham tries to get rid of Collard. Ball in. Deep inside the left full forward pocket at the southern end. Just probably 5 to 6 metres around. Maybe more in the fact it'll be 10 metres around from the goal.
Waruna need the three-quarter time, Siren.
Yeah.
Need to regroup.
Waruna by a goal.
They're looking for the bell.
24 minutes gone. Third quarter. Thrown in. Young wins it down. Billsborough was there but lost it. Ground level. O'Neill's there as well. Josh O'Neill for Baldivis. Wrigley holds them up.
It's like watching the Wallabies here.
You got to admire Waruna, the pressure they're under from Baldivis, and they're just holding up so far.
Thrown up. Spanderman wins it down to ground level. Coughed up by Fotheringham. Right got a kick away. Outside of the attacking 50. First out to meet it was Jamelli.
Well
Hand
played.
passes to Wrigley. Siren sounds. Three-quarter time at Bendigo Bank Stadium. That third quarter going for 24 and a half minutes. And just one straight kick will separate the sides going in to three-quarter time. We're going into the final quarter. Waruna, 9-6-60. They kicked 2 goals in that quarter. Baldivis, they kicked 2 goals, 4. 9-6-60 Waruna, 8-6-50. And look as if they'll go on to play Subiaco in the grand final next week, which will be an absolute belter of a waffle grand final.
Absolutely.
Next Sunday afternoon. But
I think Peel will win, Jack. I
Yeah.
tipped him to win the grand final 3 weeks ago.
yeah.
I'm tipping a stampede here by the Brumbies.
A stampede from the Brumbies, Lenzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack, before we get going,
Oh, yes.
we've got a text message from some of our listeners. They want us to explain why a point is called a behind.
Oh.
Is it behind the big stick or something like that?
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very intelligent
I
listeners.
was going to say, you've got to wonder who that came from. I'm
Well,
not
that's
sure.
from our resident AFL man up on the Tiwi Islands,
Oh.
live streaming.
Oh.
6MM, Aaron Dunster up there,
Oh,
former
fantastic.
Centrals player.
Very good.
We're going nationwide, Jack.
Here we go again. Start of the final turn for Kennards High. Kennards make the job easy. Baldivis through the middle with the first disposal. It's Jacob Billsborough who will hack it up there to the forward line where Fotheringham comes out to meet it. Gets the hand pass away. Field came out to meet it. He was taken high and should get a free kick, Aiden Field, and will. So the first inside 50 of the quarter will go the way of the Brumbies. Field will get it just inside there. Coming from behind is Kimberley. Couldn't take the mark. Ground level, here's Mitch Dawson. Paddling it away. Gathers now.
Ooh.
Hand passes over the top to Wrigley. He's going to get run down by Barney and gave it back to Dawson, who was stripped of the ball. Crowd up against the boundary line. Sliding in is Smith.
Wow.
And over the line it goes. We'll have a throw in. How good was the attack on the footy there?
What a contest. Waruna boys hitting the ball super hard, and Baldivis strong tackles.
6 points in favour of Waruna. 60 seconds into the last quarter. Ball thrown in. One down by Baldivis. Now it fills with Ben Wright. Wright gets the hand pass away to Dawson. Dawson, good tackle, nearly brought in the ground. He got the hand passed away. Forced the turnover. Here's Barnden. Barnden short. Mark was dropped at ground level. Right again. Hand passes away. Oh, here's Shea. Wrapped up in a good tackle by DeRosa. He needs to get rid of it. Ooh, very lucky. Just inside the boundary line.
Yeah, very good tackle by DeRosa, but no prior for Shea there. It was
No.
a good call by Mark O'Neill.
No place for the faint-hearted.
No, it's very willing, as you'd expect,
I'll tell you
Lenzo.
what.
6 points in it, 2 minutes into the last quarter of a grand final, you'd expect nothing less.
Spanderman wins it down. He's Westwood wrapped up. Ball up, centre wing, broadcast side. 9-6-60 plays 8-6-54. 2 minutes gone, final quarter.
Bloxage still wearing Eddie Dan like a glove. Eddie goes up there.
6-M Kennard's high scoreboard from ground level. Here's Shea again, gets the hand pass away off the Barndon. No, it's Wilson rather. Wilson around the body, up towards half forward.
Oh, well
Matt
played.
Thomas though, first at the football. Picks
Oh,
it up
and the delivery.
spears it. To Clay Smith who marks.
Now they're going to bomb it long.
Clay Smith attacking side of the centre square. They do bomb it long. Clancy no mark at ground level. Eccles. Kieran Ugle tackled well by Barndon for the Brumbies. Will have a ball up deep inside the attacking 50 at the southern end.
Gee, that's Matt Thomas at his absolute best, just streaming forward with the footy, and delivery was sensational.
Right full forward pocket. From that stoppage, Tudor kicks long towards the centre wing.
Right.
He's right.
Oh!
Got put to ground by Shea after he got rid of it. He got the hand passed in right away to Spanderman. Oh, big fly from Billsborough. Couldn't bring it down. Clancy wrapped up in a tackle, holding the ball. Free kick, Eccles.
Gee, you wonder how the umpires missed that. That was late on Ben Wright. Shea got him nice, straight up the middle.
Eccles into the middle of the ground. Mark has been taken by Wilson. Wilson now for the Brumbies. Gets it on to Collard. Collard inside 50 looking for Black.
kick.
Takes the mark on his chest. 45 out from goal. Left half forward, hard up against the boundary line.
Geez, the skills on display. The boys must be tired, but they're just finding something extra both sides.
Now, Callum Black is another one that's got a good kick.
Good side for him, Lenzo. He's on the left, so not a good side for him, but he'll drill it towards the right-hand goal area, and there'll be a ball up at the top of the goal square. Cool. Grandstand finish here, gents.
Oh,
No,
what
We've
a
had
game.
3 great games this year, haven't we, Joe?
Unbelievable standard of football this final series.
Waruna by a goal at the 4-minute mark of the last quarter. 6 points and all that separates
Eddie.
the sides. It could be even if Eddie Dan can snap truly from
He
the
has.
stoppage.
He
He
has.
has. We're all tied up.
Listen to the crowd. I don't know if it's coming through on the radio, but it's very, very loud. There's not a spare seat in the big grandstand here. And Eddie Dan has kicked 2 goals. He's been very, very well held by Reece Bloxage, but he only needs a handful of possessions to have a big influence on the game. Not unlike Cyril Rioli in the AFL, Lenzo.
Exactly right. And it was a quick kick. It was one step and kick over his head. Players like that, days like this are made for. You know, where 3 or 4 minutes can win you a game of footy just through sheer brilliance.
Geez, the standard and the skills on display here today have been really, really high.
Ball thrown up in the middle. Shea. Down to Collard. Ball up. Inside the centre circles.
Doesn't get much closer, Jack.
5 minutes gone, final term, all timed up. 6-M Kennard's high scoreboard comes down to DeRosa. DeRosa on the right, will kick it inside 50. No mark from Smith. Now he's Gardner, bounced off his chest. Here's Clancy. Clancy kicks inside 50. How will the bounce favour? The bouncing ball towards the goal line. Griffin will get back there first and walks it over.
Now that's a handy point.
And that's a good.
He's
Good, Lenzo.
Griffin is very quick for a big man. He went stride for stride with Kieran Ugle there.
They brought it into play.
Oh, Mitch Dawson.
Not good kick in.
Lacaille.
Turned over. Lacaille gets it to DeRosa. DeRosa to the top of the square. Griffin had
Wrigley.
to smother it. Wrigley's over the top of him. He gets the hand pass away. Griffin off to Eccles. Eccles on the left.
He has
Kick
been
outside the
BOG
defensive
today.
50.
He
No
has been
mark
BOG
taken.
today.
It comes past O'Neill.
Hasn't got the ball. Has not
And a
got
high
it.
tackle. Free kick. Matt Thomas.
He's lifted Matt Thomas like last week when the game was on the line.
Matt Thomas on the right. Will thump it long to the top of the goal square. Big fly, Clancy. No mark. Good fish from Griffin at the back. Comes down to ground level. Kieran Ugle tries to shark the ball. He loses it. Collard run over the top of it. Comes down to Westwood for Beldivis. And he'll get wrapped up in a good tackle by Dawson. Ball up.
Lenzo, Clancy's been one of the best marks in the history of the Peel League, but they've got to find another way forward because Griffin's just destroying everything they're kicking to him at the moment.
I'm not saying it again. I've said it all day. Why they continue to persist is beyond me.
They might be better going with a smaller lineup and trying to take Griffin out of the game.
Spanderman wins it down out of the middle. Collard. Collard tries to spot just to push it towards the line. Oh, Dawson slipped over trying to pick up the ball. Throw in. 25 out from goal. Right full forward pocket at the southern end.
Now we're going to have to get a goal from this.
Waruna by a point. Nearly 7 played final term. 6-M Kennard's high scoreboard. Ball thrown in. 1 down. Trying to come up with it is DeRosa. Good tackle.
Okay,
Spills free to Lakay. Gets it off to Bloxage.
Oh,
He's stripped off it by Wilson. And now coming to ground level, Jordan Wives. Kicks long to the outer side. He was looking for Black. Bromley
They're out here.
Belled officer away.
They are. The speed of Black. Picks up the ball.
Kick.
55. Stabs it inside to Kimberley, who takes the mark low down. 45 out from goal at right half forward.
What a transition there from Beldivis. Bloxage had a hurried kick into the forward 50 and it came off the side of the boot, went into the middle of the ground, and it was all Beldivis on the fat side. They just took off on that outer side and skills and run.
Daniel Kimberley has kicked 2 this afternoon, make it 3 in there, in front, yes they are! Baldivis 10-6-66, Waroona 9-7-61, 8 minutes gone, final term, 6MM Kennard's high scoreboard.
Now, the important thing here for Baldivis is they've got to get the next one, and obviously Waroona have to get the centre clearance, but they have to change up, even though, I mean, it's this at this late stage, where they're going to kick the ball to, because Dan Griffin today has been outstanding.
And that was the difference, Lenzo. Beldivis go forward and it's lace out to Rob Young on the chest, doesn't give the defender a look in.
One down by Westwood, right.
Oh, Kimberley, sorry, it was.
The Demons, high ball, camping underneath it, all dropped the mark, did Jones. The Brumbies, ball up in between attacking side of the centre square and the 50 for the Demons. 5-point lead, Beldivis. Westwood in the ruck. Round the ball is Gardner. Over the top of it for Beldivis is Jones. Collard in there too. Umpire will ball it up. Very similar position.
Gee, it's fierce.
Thrown up straight away. One down by Westwood. Collard feeds it to Jordan Withes. Long towards Black. Got a push in the back. Should get a free kick and will. Gets a free kick. Does Cullen Black. Black now on the left. To 50. Out on a good lead is Young. No free kick. Ground level. Mason picks it up. His kick goes as far as Jordan Wise for Beldivis. Inside 50. Turnover. Fotheringham takes the mark. Nearly 10 gone, final term. Beldivis by 5 points. Plenty of time left in this game. Another 16, 17 minutes. Ball from Thomas. Kicks it up towards the wing. Clancy gets it down to Mason. Off the outside of the boot, Mason. Bounce it up to half forward. First on it is Jones. Jones a high ball. Turnover. Courtney Lakay. Marks on his chest. The rain's falling too, by the way. Here's Lakay. Short to DeRosa.
And Waroona just trying to slow the ball down now, taking some of the speed out of the game that Beldivis have been thriving on.
DeRosa, looking for Ugle. Ugle just gets a hand on it. Out of bounds on the... Well, it was going to be out of bounds on the full, but he did get the hand on it, so we'll have a throw in. Nearly 10 and a half gone.
But this is where Baldivis have been good at stoppages, where Waroona's, their bread and butter's been stoppages, whereas Baldivis have had the ascendancy.
Thrown in, Eddie Dan, third man up, 1 it down. Wilson tried to sock it off the ground. Out of bounds, throw in front of the scoreboard. The electronic scoreboard, which shines brightly on a very damp and wet Sunday afternoon.
In trouble without those lights on.
Yeah, big time. Big time. It's close in the clinches. Final quarter of the PFL Football League Grand Final here on 11-16, 6MM. Streaming online too at 6mm.com.au. Comes down right. Trying to get it away. Out of bounds again. Throw in out of sight.
Baldivis have set up again behind the footy in the goal square. They've got both Eccles and now Clancy's bringing Griffins back with him.
So this is where if Waroona get hold of possession here, they have to look lateral and try and find the free man. Spot guys up.
Wet ball. Now it's going to cause a bit of a problem for the players too. It's hacked up towards half forward. Coming up with it is Wrigley. Hand pass to Lakay. Grubbers a kick forward through the hands of DeRosa. Now picked up by Gardner for the Demons. Hand passes to Spanderman. And now comes to Mason. Mason a high ball inside the left full forward pocket. Griffin dropped the mark. Running over the top of it was DeRosa. And now here's Billsborough. Billsborough gets the hand pass away to Tudor. Tudor gets it outside their defensive 50. Aidan Field picks it up for the Brumbies. Kicks hurriedly inside into the centre square. No, Lucas gathered it, tackled by Young, no opportunity.
Yeah,
Ball
good.
up in the middle of the ground.
Good non-decision. Lucas hit that ball at full speed, but had no prior opportunity. It was a great tackle as well.
Thrown up. Spanderman got it down to right. Right on the left, gets it inside 50. No mark. Billsborough first back on the ball. He gathers now at the top of the goal square. Hand passes backwards towards Barnton and rush it over the line. Line of score. 10-6. 66 Beldivis. 9-8-62 Waroona at the 12.5 minute mark of the final term. We'll have a ball in. 55 around from goal at left half forward.
What a great game of footy, Jack.
Yeah.
Just a game played fairly, and blokes just having a fair dinkum dip.
Couldn't agree more, Lenzo. I don't want this final series to end. It's been an amazing 3 weeks covering with 6MM football.
From the throw in. Looking for a clean possession. Slippery ball now with the rain falling. Kick away from Jones. Out to centre wing on the outer
They're
side.
away
First
again.
back out in his field. Field sold the dummy. Got round one. Kicks to half forward. Black slides in. No mark. Here's Shea. He's going to get around Thomas. He does do that, Shea. Throws it on the right. Kicks inside 50. First up to it is Fotheringham. Did he have the ball? Umpire said yes when he was tackled. We'll have a ball up. 25 out from goal at the northern end.
Callum Black should have kept his feet there.
He needed to, but gee, how strong was Shea breaking those 2 tackles? He's been very handy for Beldivis today.
It's Peel Thunder by 40 points, by the way, against South Fremantle in the WAFL
Luckers.
preliminary final. Here's Courtney Lakay. Hand passes defensively to right, or went forward, in fact, that hand pass. So in the end, that worked out all right. And they kicked it to the wing on the outer side. No real disposal. Socket off the ground by Barnden. Coming in the opposite direction is Mason. Off his shin, I think that was in the end. Intercepted by Jordan Wise for the Brumbies. He kicks long to half forward. No mark at ground level. Picked up by Bromley. Hand passes to Bloxage. Bloxage was ripped off the ball. Shea comes in. Or is he bumped? McKinlay high.
That looks a bit nasty. I don't think there was a huge amount of malice in that hit, but it does look pretty nasty. He's
Is that a yellow card or just a free kick?
I don't think there was a whole lot of malice in it.
Yeah,
I think when all of a sudden when it gets wet, it starts getting slippery. I think all of a sudden you get a little bit more allowance comes into the game a bit.
great kick from McKinlay.
Yeah,
That's
he's
gone
so great.
55 and found our man Wrigley.
Yep. Chad Wrigley at the 14.5 minute mark. He's side down by 4 points. Pumps it long to the top of the goal square. No mark. Punched away in the defence by Griffin. Boundary throw in.
Griffin must have no skin left on his hands. He has smashed everything that's landed down in that Waroona forward line.
Deep inside the left full forward pocket at the southern end.
We've only had one goal, haven't we, this quarter?
Yep. 2. Beldivis 2. Beldivis 2. From the stoppage, hook to the top of the goal square, no one there. Jordan Whites is back there. On the right, kicks out to this broadcast side.